Wall Street gets really excited about the idea of Tesla nailing it with both FSD and with the idea of a dedicated robotaxi.
Try FSD. It is the best consumer product, I think, since the iPhone.
Airbnb and Uber to some degree. So there'll be some cars that Tesla owns itself, it's kind of like an Uber fashion. But then for the fleet that is owned by our customers, it will be like an Airbnb thing.
The value of Tesla overwhelmingly is autonomy. I recommend anyone who doesn't believe that Tesla will solve vehicle autonomy should not hold Tesla stock. They should sell their Tesla stock. You just literally open the Tesla app and summon a car, and we send a car to pick you up and take you somewhere.
When you think about ride sharing, the likes of Uber and Lyft, I mean, this is Tesla's answer. It creates almost a whole nother mini company.
So what Tesla's on the brink of right now, I think this is going to be bigger than what the internet is. It's going to be the equivalent of talking to somebody 100 years ago and say, this letter right here, I'm going to send it through the air, wirelessly, invisibly, and it's going to pop up on the screen right here. That is called an email. Can you imagine how crazy that would have sounded 100 years ago to somebody? They would be like, dude, you're not magic. You can't send this through the air invisibly. I literally think what's going to happen with Tesla stock is it's going to absolutely explode going into the future. They have two products that are coming out. One is the Optimus robot, and one is full self-driving with the robotaxi network that could add so much value to Tesla's bottom line. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing the scale of what this could actually do. So this is my $826,000 trading account. I put my money where my mouth is. I bought Tesla stock, and I have some options trades that I did on Tesla also to capitalize on this potential move. We're gonna dive into this account in just a second, but this account right here, I started roughly 5 years ago with basically nothing, and now it's over $826,000. You can see right here, my 2-year return is $559,000. A lot of that is due to Tesla. I bought calls on Tesla that I opened and closed out. I sold puts on Tesla, and I own shares of Tesla straight up. So Tesla made me a lot of money in the last few years. So I personally have a Tesla. I test the FSD every single day. Honestly, the FSD, it could do roughly 95% of all the drives that I do around town right now, and it's only getting better. I get a software update roughly every week, and it just gets better every single time. So I don't see how Elon and Tesla can't bring FSD to mass market within the next 1 year. And when they bring FSD to market, all the cars that are out there right now, all the Teslas that are on the road, you could get a software update to your car, and your car goes bang, just like that, into a fully autonomous car. So just saying that you're gonna get a software update and the whole fleet of Tesla cars right now are gonna go fully autonomous, I don't think it's that easy, but if Elon and Tesla are able to figure that stuff out, it will be absolutely massive for the company. And it's gonna be a lot cheaper to do a robotaxi versus a human driver. So people are just gonna say, do I wanna take this taxi for 15 bucks? Do I wanna take this Lyft for 12 bucks? Or do I want to go in this robotaxi for 10 bucks and a robotaxi is safer and it's cheaper? Most people are probably going to go in a robotaxi. I get it that starting out, it's going to be like a trust thing where a lot of people aren't going to trust a robotaxi. Just think about it for an airplane. And just for the record, I am a pilot, by the way. I'm a private pilot. When you go on an airplane, the pilots are flying 95% of the time on autopilot. They are not hand flying the plane. It's a computer that's flying the plane to 200 feet above the ground, usually, and the planes also could auto land too. People trust flying in a plane going 600 miles an hour in the sky, so most people eventually are going to trust going in a robotaxi car on the ground going 50 miles an hour. I get it that there's more variables on the ground, there's other people, there's more scenarios, but Tesla Robotaxi Network is going to come to mass market in my opinion, and it's going to get better every single day. On top of the Robotaxi Network, Tesla has the Optimus robot coming out. So this right here is a picture of the most recent humanoid robot. This shows you the fingers right here. Like when a robot picks things up, it has these little sensors on its fingers where it has like the dexterity and the tactile feel of a human. And guess what? Every single iteration of this robot that comes out, it's going to get better. It's going to be more human-like. You're going to be able to train it. The robot is going to learn what you like. The robot's going to learn how to communicate with you. The robot is going to have a personality. Just think of all the use cases that this robot could actually have. I know it sounds totally crazy right now to have a humanoid robot, but just think about how crazy it was to people 100 years ago about sending an email or about the internet. They never would have believed you. And this is how most people think when you're on the brink of a massive technology shift. You're like, there's no way that's going to happen. We're going to be stuck in our ways. We're not going to do email. We're not going to do internet. That's what people were saying in the past. And now people right now, they're going to say, I'm never going to trust a robotaxi car. I'm going to drive myself forever. I'm never going to trust this robot at my house. It's going to be like the movie I, Robot where the robots take over. But as time goes on and as people develop trust in an Optimus robot and a robotaxi network, it will go mainstream in my opinion. And when it does, it's going to be absolutely massive. So let's run through my estimate super quick, just from Optimus alone, the Optimus robot. How much money do I think that it's going to add to the share price of Tesla? So there's roughly 300 million people in America right now. Let's just say that Tesla sells 30 million Optimus bots. Elon expects to make $10,000 profit per bot. He's said this many times, and honestly, it's very feasible. He said if they sell these bots for roughly $20,000, he can make them for $10,000 a pop, so he makes $10,000 profit per bot. So now this 30 million bots total sold right here that I came up with, I think that that number is actually pretty conservative, and I'm talking about for 2032. So 2032, I expect Tesla to sell roughly 30 million Optimus robots with a $10,000 profit margin for every single bot. Now, I'm not saying that every single person in America is going to buy a bot. This is just assuming that 10% of Americans buy a bot. This is not even accounting for companies that might want this bot, factories that they're going to put these bots in, and stuff that's going to be overseas in different countries. This is just assuming that if there's 30 million people in America, 10% of the people in America are going to have a bot. So let's just say they sell 30 million bots by 2032. $10,000 profit per bot. If they sell 30 million times 10K, they're going to make $300 billion in profit. So now we're going to figure out what their earnings per share boost is going to be. So if you make $30 billion in profit, the total Tesla shares outstanding right now is 3 billion shares. So if you take $300 billion in profits, you divide it by 3 billion total shares, that is a $30 per share earnings per share boost just from Optimus alone. So let's say that we assign a PE ratio of 40 to Tesla right here. So if you do 30 times 40 right here, Tesla's boost per share will be $1,200 just from Optimus alone. This is not even accounting for what the Robotaxi is going to do for Tesla too. So we have Robotaxi to factor in. We have all the cars that they're selling to factor in. The Cybertruck, the $25,000 car. They're talking about a Cyber van. They're talking about these other products that are going to come out. There's a Tesla Semi also. All the energy storage stuff. So just alone from the Optimus robot, 2032, I expect the share price to be $1,200 per share. That is only factoring in the Optimus robot. All right, so let's pop into my $825,000 trading account. Let's take a look at a couple of trades that I made on Tesla, and I'm going to tell you how much money that I expect to make. And if you want to learn how I built this account so fast, I built a net worth of over $2 million before age 30, and I make roughly $20,000 per month with stock options. If you want to learn how I do that, my course comes out October 10th of 2024. I'm going to walk you through everything that I do, everything that I know, how I trade stock options, how I buy stocks, how do I find things that are undervalued. I feel very confident that this course is going to change so many people's lives. So if you're interested, check the link below. All right, so right now we're inside of my trading account. The value is $761,000. The reason why it's lower in this account versus a Total Schwab account is because I have multiple accounts in Charles Schwab. So right here, you can see I made $16,000 today, and my total gain loss on the open positions is $275,000. I've talked about it in other videos how this cost basis is only accurate for the positions that you have open right now. So let's do an extreme example on that super quick, and then we're gonna go into Tesla right here, what I have going on. So if you just send $1,000 to your trading account, let's just say I turn $1,000 into $313,000. That would be absolutely mind-boggling if you did it, but if you did it, great for you. So let's just say I put $1,000 into whatever company, I make $313,000, I sell that stock, it goes to cash in my account. So then if I take that cash in my account and I go buy shares at Triple Q, my cost basis on Triple Q is going to appear to be $313,000. But that's not the true profit of my total account. That's just how much money I put into that specific trade. So right here, even if I only put $1,000 into this trade right here, the cost basis will still pop up as $313,000. So just understand that when you look at cost basis in your account too. So you can see right here, Tesla stock, current price is $250 per share. I have 500 shares of Tesla, and the market value is $125,000. I'm up $50,000 on that trade, and my cost per share, I bought it for roughly $150 per share. And then it equates to roughly 15% of this account right here. So let's just say the Tesla stock is gonna go from 250 to 1,000. That would be a 4x on this account right here. So if you do 4 times $125,000 right here, that is $500,000. I will make $500,000 on Tesla stock if it goes from $250 to $1,000 per share. And remember when I just talked about the price target just from Optimus alone, that was $1,200. I really think the Tesla stock could go well into the thousands of dollars per share, like multiple thousands of dollars per share. But of course that assumes that Elon Musk and Tesla are actually going to execute on what they're trying to do. It's going to be very hard to bring the Optimus robot to market and go mainstream with it. It's going to be very hard to get the Robotaxi to mainstream. But if they could do that, I am extremely bullish on Tesla. Right now, maybe Tesla stock appears a little bit overvalued because of earnings right now, but right now we're we're kind of between two huge growth phases of Tesla, in my opinion. We had the Model Y and the Model 3, which is like the majority of revenue for Tesla right now. But then going into the future, the Model Y and the Model 3, in my opinion, is just going to be a small percentage of the revenue of Tesla, because it's going to be coming from the robotaxi and it's going to be coming from the Optimus robot. So I am very bullish on Tesla. I plan to hold these shares for the long run. And the time that I plan to sell my Tesla stock is when Optimus is mainstream and when the robotaxi is mainstream also. When all of the potential things for Tesla is priced into the market accurately and they actually bring these things to market, that is when I feel like the full value of Tesla will be realized in the share price. And for me right now, I think that's going to be the thousands of dollars per share. But keep in mind, my price target was for 2032. It's going to take a while for that to happen. It's 2024 right now, so we have a lot of time to hold this trade right here. But this, in my opinion, could be like getting into Nvidia in 2022. You had a massive run in Nvidia when their revenue went up and when their earnings growth went up. Remember, the number one thing that moves the price of a stock in the long run is what their earnings growth do. So if Tesla makes a bunch of money from the Optimus robot and the robotaxi network, I expect the share price to go way up. And then also right here, I sold some puts on Tesla. I sold the 170 put for 620 of 2025. I sold these puts for $30,000. So I got a credit to my account immediately of $30,813. The current value of that contract right now is $10,425. So I sold it for $30K. I could buy it back for $10,000 right now. So my gain loss on that trade right here is $20,000. So I am extremely bullish on Tesla stock in the long run. In the next couple years, I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's definitely going to take a couple years for the full value of Tesla to get realized. So if you could be patient, if you could hold your shares for the long run, I really think it's possible to make a crap ton of money on this trade. If you want to learn how I went from zero to multi-millionaire all before age 30, my course comes out October 10th. I'm going to teach you everything that I know, everything about taxes, stocks, stock options, all the mechanics of stock options, and then my exact options trading strategy, literally step by step, what I do, how I do it, and how I could scale it. I think if I have a $20,000 portfolio or a $20 million portfolio, my strategy is one of the best ways to scale a portfolio, in my opinion, the safest and fastest way. So if you're interested in that, check out the link below. And if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.